Hi guys, So guys, I've been on social media, so I'm here on social media talking about social media because on New Year's I decided to come off social media and I wanted to share my afterthoughts and pre-thoughts about the whole situation. One of the things I noticed first of all was lack of news. I realized how much social media was my news source. I don't watch terrestrial television, I don't watch linear television, I kind of watch everything on demand. So I realized that a lot of social media played on me being connected and knowing what's happening in the world. So an event would happen, there'll be a response, people say stuff, but I would actually have no awareness of it. And then after the event has finished and it's all done and packaged, I then find out about it, which I realized is like, so I had like a 2-3 week delay on a lot of stuff that's happening. So that was like the first thing I noticed. I was very much out of the loop. But while in the loop, or in my own loop, or in my own bubblage, I was actually more focused on myself and going through things. So one of the things I noticed is that I had more time to contemplate and do things that I wanted to do. So those 5-10 minutes a day that you wanted to like realign yourself, do a headstand or just draw something, I kind of got that stuff back because all of a sudden my phone had nothing to kind of call me to. And that's the other thing. The other thing I noticed is that people that I realized who was close to me because they realized they couldn't see me or they couldn't hear from me. They hadn't been sent a meme in like hours, and then all of a sudden that became like kind of like, dude, like where's my memes? And so I did notice that I didn't notice who notices when I'm not there and when I am there. So it's kind of like in my silence, people kind of heard it. So that's quite nice. And then on the top of that, my third point is I actually started meeting up with people face to face. I started giving people like FaceTime, and I think it kind of brought a stronger connection as opposed to a meme every day and stuff like that. And I got kind of like I'm talking, but we didn't actually meet up. So like I went and met my friend like after the class. I don't know why I'm holding a pen now. And we went and had like a halal beer and like caught up like in the middle of the night and we did stuff, and it was kind of cool, and like having pizza with my dad and all this sort of stuff. Like all these sort of things kind of accumulated to like more physical interaction, which I think kind of made things a lot more nicer. On the downside, I did notice that international people or friends who had no way of getting in contact with me, or they didn't know what was going on. So my family, like they were like, "What's going on? What's he doing? Like, what's going on?" With other people, there were two categories of people. The way people kind of reacted to things is either they felt, oh, where is he, and there's that kind of friendship. But there's also people who were actually quite upset because they couldn't get hold of me, because I've been a person that's, every time the new social media thing comes out, I sign up to it, I try it out, I interact with certain people, and I have certain groups of friends in each sort of category. So there's the Twitter gang, there's the Facebook gang, there's all these sort of people that I interact with. And then some people all of a sudden couldn't find me. So I'm the type of person that even if you didn't have a phone, you just have access to the internet, you will find me in some sort of way. You actually just Google me and then there'll be some sort of social media. So I found some people, as much as they'd be concerned, were actually angry or kind of like upset that they couldn't get in contact with me. And as talked in previous blogs, I'm really bad at getting back to people, and a lot of things, it's advice, it's something I'm trying to work on. So we'll probably hear about this in many blogs to come, and it's a constant complaint because generally my phone is always on silent, it has no vibrate, it's on do not disturb. So for a start, if I could get a call right now, I wouldn't know. So then on top of that, not having any social media, people can't even leave me a message, they can't even leave me a voicemail, they can't actually leave something for me to then kind of interact with. So I kind of made myself really inaccessible for a person that's very accessible. So I think that was kind of like something for food for thought. And spiritually as well, I think it gave me a lot more time to kind of contemplate. So in my detox, which is not really detox because I ended up memeing somehow. I couldn't go meme free for a while, but I did go social media free. I did learn a lot about focusing on stuff. I did have a lot more time to contemplate. I was out of the news and out of the bubbles, and I needed someone to catch me up with what was going on. But I did have more interaction with my friends. So my thoughts is that people should probably go through regular detoxes, and maybe social media should have an easier way to detox. I found that there were restrictions on some social medias, like Instagram. If you had deactivated, you couldn't re-deactivate and for another week, so they had a ban on you detoxing. So I felt stuff like this was very Even then, they could have put an automatic timer or stuff like this. So I do feel that social media should find a way to help people manage this sort of stuff, because it can be quite distracting. It can be an overload of information. As much as information as when I talk fast and I start saying things that's used, and you have to press rewind and make it slower. So I do feel that sometimes it makes the mind a bit more noisy and stuff. So yes, thank you for listening to my very poorly attempted detox of social media. And again, there's people out there probably watching this thinking, what's this guy got to say, because he hasn't got back to me about a text from last 3 weeks ago. All I can say is I've been very busy, and I'm sorry, and I really do mean it. I dropped the ball on it. So anyways, subscribe, like, and do all that sort of normal stuff that kind of makes me a YouTube sensation.